A spring bunny. Have you started noticing them outside more often now that it's spring? Well, I started out with a direction sheet, a handout that helped me start drawing and closely observing the lines that make up a bunny. When I got started on this, I made a few mistakes. Please don't feel like your bunny has to look exactly like the ideas that are on the idea sheet. They're just there to help guide you to take a look at some of the basic shapes that make a bunny. Can you find some ovals? Can you find a wavy line? Can you find a zigzag line or sharp line or curved line? I want you to use those ideas to help you as you begin drawing your bunny and any part of your landscape. When you're done drawing in pencil, take some of the Crayola markers and start coloring your bunny. Actually, I shouldn't have said coloring. Instead, I want you just to outline. Go over some of your pencil lines with the color that you want for the scene. Once you've outlined your pencil work, you'll take a container of water. All it is water. And when you add your paintbrush to the water and start putting it onto your paper, the colors start to blend and mix into the paper. Don't worry about the color if it goes somewhere where it shouldn't. We're going to clean up those lines a little bit later. Right now, I just want it to look more like a watercolor technique. I'm filling in my whole paper with some color and having the water make a light color of my marker. It's just blending it and smearing it together. This was really a lot of fun. Now, once you've got your bunny, again, it might be kind of hard to let some of those colors spread and blend, but trust me with the process. Don't worry about any mistakes that you have. Just go with it. Your goal is just to get color on the whole entire page and let the color from the marker start blending like a watercolor. It's okay if brown goes where it shouldn't, or green goes where it shouldn't, or whatever kind of color that you used for your project, just let it go. It's gonna be fine. Now set that aside to dry. Once that's drying, we're gonna go ahead and start working on some of our background. Great, now that I've set that aside to dry, I'm going to go ahead and start using some construction paper to make some flowers. Your flowers can be any shape or design that you want. I hope that as I'm drawing these, it might give you some ideas. There will also be an idea sheet set out for you to help you draw some interesting flowers. The one thing I want you to notice when I'm drawing out my flowers is that I don't leave it with one color. I'm trying to use a variety of markers to create different ideas of lines and colors inside my flowers. Like this green one that I started out was not my favorite, but the more colors that I started to add, like this next color, then I really started to like the way that it looked. So just kind of keep in mind and think about what colors are going to go well next to each other. Warm colors will go well with warm colors. Cool colors will go good with cool colors. And I think you'll really like the process of making some flowers out of your construction paper. Once you've got those drawn and cut out, set those aside and we'll start putting together the whole project. Going back to my bunny watercolor, now that it's dry, the paper might curl up a little bit because it got wet. So I slowed this down into normal time. I put some glue on the corners of the paper, set that in the center of the black paper, and then I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to hold that down until the glue starts to set up a little bit and I don't have to worry about it curling or coming off the edge of the paper. Hold that. Now that we've got our project that is dry, take some of the markers that we used earlier and start adding some details. I'm not so worried about my colors that spread all over the place because now I'm going to take my markers and I'm going to outline once again to give it a little bit more visual texture. I'm trying to make my bunny and my grass have a little bit more depth by adding an outline of some colors to make it have more value changes. Lastly, go ahead and take those beautiful flowers that you made, rearrange them in the way that you like until it's something pleasing to you, and take some glue and glue them together. What a beautiful spring picture! Have a great time, everyone!